Hello, YouTube, and welcome to an episode of Just Get It There. I'm hoping the camera angle's alright. I did have somebody in the comments say about the camera angle. I've been trying to figure this out. I am in that Peterbilt still, 579, but I'm hoping this camera angle is a little bit better. But you know, the reason why I'm doing this video is I want to talk about trucking companies. I don't care whether you work for tanker, flatbed, or whoever. Yesterday I got a load that I delivered up to Connecticut, which is fine. But got loaded at the port, delivered up to Connecticut. No big deal. I had to come back to Bensalem. I went from Winter Haven, Florida to Bensalem, Pennsylvania, and that's where I'm currently at right now. This is where I've been since Monday. I've been in Bensalem, Pennsylvania, and I've been doing some things here and there, but I got sick for a couple of days and I didn't really go anywhere. But more or less, they sent me up to Bensalem to do some things. They were trying to get me home, and so I get rest of my stuff to get home, and yeah, that has not happened yet. Mind you, this is the 24th of January. All I have is a hoodie and t-shirts. Until today, I went out and bought a hoodie. I couldn't find. I went to Walmart just to look for a sweatshirt without a hood on it. Couldn't find one, so I went to Walmart and bought a hoodie and cut the hood off. I don't need a double hoodie. All I need is another sweatshirt. But that's nor here nor there. When I was in Florida, they told me they route me to New York to get my rest of my stuff from my truck. I still don't have the rest of my stuff in this truck. There's things that I need that I don't have, but more or less, that's no big deal. They kept trying to send me to California. They tried to send me to Washington, and I'm like, no, I need to go home and get supplies for my truck so I can be ready for this weather. And granted, everybody keeps going, well, you can go out and buy a new coat. I'm like, why would I buy another coat when I have one at home? It doesn't make sense to buy another coat when I have one at home. Why should I spend money on stuff that I already have? I have so much of other stuff that I don't need. Just like the cooler that I have between my seats, that little cooler, I have now three of these now. All of this could have been prevented by me driving a car down to Florida instead of me flying down to Florida, where I can only, carry as much as I can. And all I had was my little bag that I use for showers and my bag that I use for my bedding and that. I don't have, I can't, you're limited to what you can carry on a plane. But more or less, companies need to get with the program. If these companies and carriers have an issue with getting you home, because this is one of the reasons why I didn't go with Indian River to begin with. I applied with them a while ago, and they told me that they weren't really hiring in my area because of the fact that they're having a hard time. They would have a hard time getting me home, which is fine. I understand that your tanker company, where I live in New York, really doesn't have much. Where I live in Buffalo, New York, really doesn't have much tanker wise that I've seen. I've seen a lot of tankers in New York, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them are now, they're usually hazmat. But right now, New York is starting to gain things, but there's a niche for certain things, and that's why I always did dry van in New York, because New York does have a lot of dry products coming out, not a lot of anything else. But these carriers don't understand that. Just like when I was in Winter Haven, At their terminal, they have one bathroom for men, one bathroom for the women, and it's got the shower attached with the bathroom. So if somebody's taking a shower, you lose a bathroom. Who came up with that idea to mix the bathroom with the shower? You should add several bathrooms in there along with several showers in your master plan to build said terminal. Just like the terminal that I'm here in Bensalem, there's literally no employees here. There's a trailer washout. That's it. The bathroom here is basically a mixed use between women and men. One bathroom, share a bathroom. Unless the shop's open and there's two other bathrooms, but then again, there's the issues of having the proper supplies for the bathrooms. A lot of times they don't. Let's just put it this way, carriers need to think when they build things. And they really don't think things through to the fullest extent when it comes to building their property. Some do, some don't. When it comes to having multiple showers, having multiple bathrooms, and some laundry facilities so we can do laundry. And the other issue that I have where I'm at in Bensalem is the closest Love is 15 to 20 miles up in Boyerstown, New Jersey. That's the closest Love's to where I'm at, where I can get a free shower. Problem is, if anybody's been to New Jersey, especially that it Loves in Boyertown, New Jersey, good luck trying to find a parking spot, and good luck, even if you're trying just to get fuel to get out of there, good luck on that one too, because that place is a nut house. That brings me to my other solution. When I used to work for Swift, we used to fill up at either TA's or Love's. 90% of the time it was TA and Petro versus anywhere else. But we used to, and Swift does fill up at, now they've switched it, I believe, last time I was there in 2019, they did use all of them on rare occasions, depending on who gave them the better deal at the time, got their business. You're a trucking company, don't limit yourself to one truck stop for fuel. Go to all the major ones. And occasionally go to the mom and pops. They can use the business too. Not just the big truck stops, but the mom and pops could use it too. They could use you to go in there and buy fuel from them. You'll help them out and help keep them alive. Instead of having these TAs, the pilots, the Petros, all these in the Loves. Because to me, some of the mom and pops are better set up than most of the major truck stops that are out there. Why? Because some carry more than some carry an actual decent selection for food and everything else in between. These pilot, TA, Loves, they all carry the same crap. Some carry a little bit more than others, some carry less than others, but pretty much they sell the same stuff day in and day out, and you're dealing with the same stupid stuff that you can get pretty much anywhere, and you're overpaying for it because, let's face facts, TA, Petro, and Loves, these companies forgot who takes care of them. They tend to take care of the four wheelers more than they take care of the big trucks that got them to where they are today. So let's get back to taking care of the trucking company, truck driver versus taking care of the four wheelers that don't really do anything. Back to being a carrier. Now, pay attention to the weather. We're in nasty weather. This is the winter time. Pay attention to where you're sending your drivers before you send them. Regardless of the weather forecast, pay attention to it because that driver may have to drive through it to get to where you're sending them to pick up a load. Don't send a driver to a spot to go pick up a load if the weather's going to be bad. Ground them and pay them. Oh, wait. They don't want to hear the. We can't. I don't want to hear it. Pay the driver a reasonable dollar amount to sit and wait out the storm. Don't try to force them or guilt them into going to where they have to go. Take the time out. Look at the weather. Use our supposedly planners and dispatchers. Before you send somebody somewhere, pay attention to where you're sending them. Just like I was sent a load that picked up in Maryland. Had to go from Pennsylvania to Benson, Pennsylvania to Maryland to pick up load, then drive to Tennessee. Right in the heart of the storm. Why? Because a planner or dispatcher couldn't make up their mind to figure out where to go. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get someplace where I can get what I need to be better prepared for winter weather, where I'm not here. Right now, I'm not, and I'm not going out to buy more stuff that I don't need. I'm tired of wasting money on stuff that I already have at home. I shouldn't have to go buy it again and again and again. Flying people's one thing, but make sure you get them back to where they gotta go. And also make sure they're take care of them responsibly and do a better job at planning and paying attention to where things are, where you're sending them. And for all you other carriers that are hiring people, listen to what the driver is trying to tell you about something when you're hiring them. Before you go sit there and decide whether or not you're going to hire somebody, stop thinking you people, you carriers are the almighty and we do it this way. We see that you've been jumping around a little bit. When you talk to a driver, ask them why. Take a few minutes and talk to them. Listen to what they're trying to tell you. Sometimes it's the truth, sometimes it's not. But you need to listen to a different driver and stop thinking, oh, you know it all. Because you know what? You wouldn't be in that position that you're in right now if somebody didn't give you a chance to do it. So think about that. Just like the CEOs of all these companies, take the time out and teach your employees right. Because not everybody's out there to hurt you. Some people actually just want a job and do their job and work. I'm one of the few people that like to work, given the right opportunity. And to constantly max people out on their hours, that's the only way the corporation makes money. You want to drive efficiently, smart way, drive efficient, plan efficiency. It's the only way you're going to make money. You're not going to make money by thinking you're going to get them to go drop that load off. Oh, let's go give them another load. Some drivers may want that, some people may not. But in that time, don't max out hours. Give them a few minutes to rest and relax and get back on the road. Because you know what? That driver that wants to keep running, you got to ask them why you constantly want to keep running. They think they're going to make more money. You're not making more money. You can max out your hours all day long, and you're going to average so many miles. But the problem is, you're not going to make more money. Not for yourself, as a driver, the only person you're making more money for at times is the company. Do the math, figure it out, take the time out and do the math and consider it. I trained for a while and I know what I'm talking about. I figured it out a long time ago. Plus, I grew up in the industry. My grandfather taught me that. Plus, I had a driver that I learned that was an independent that taught me that. He's been driving a lot longer than most drivers have been out there. He showed me the ropes from what I could remember. He taught me a lot and taught me how to make the money and make the most out of the situation to get to where I had to go. But that's enough of this rant for now. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, comment, like, share. If I didn't send you away, thank you for watching this whole video. But take the time out, like, subscribe, and comment. I will get back to you. And tomorrow, depending on the weather, I'm going to show you the terminal here in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Bye for now.